Hey, baby. You ready to do this? Let's fucking do it.
I gather round, children, it's time for a tale about a white-haired hero that you all know well. He tried to be good, but being good's for cucks. This world rewards evil, so he lost all his fucks. Now he revels in watching the fall of mankind, searching the net for all that he can find, and the dirty, sexy pours tune in to behold the birth of the world's most evilest show. It's time for the evil dusty show. It's time for the evil dusty show. You're all gonna die and there's no hope. It's time for the evil dusty show. It's time for the evil dusty show. It's time for the evil dusty show. You're all gonna die and there's no hope. It's time for the evil dusty show.
What the fuck is up, everybody? Welcome to the world's finest program, the only comedy news program with floating cats. It's the Dusty Show, and I'm your host, Dusty Smith. Who the fuck else would I be? Thank you for joining us on Hump Day, Hump Day. Time to get down on Hump Day. I love you. And gonna be kind of a short-term night, I guess. I always say that, but I'm a dirty liar. We all know this. So we'll see what happens, and I've cut down the Palestinian section. That's been like 3/4 of the show, and I'm not apologizing for it. It should have been. Like, how could I do a show like this and not focus on that? But we're actually starting this show off tonight with something different. Gonna do a little religious bullshit at the top of the hour, so hell yeah. Finally, we got the pictures, folks. I covered this, I don't know, it's been a year or more, about the lady who claimed that Jesus regrew her toes, and now finally, we have the proof. You're about to be converted to Christianity, just like I am now a worshiper of Jesus Christ. That's why I'm evil, basically. I'm a Christian now, which can't get any more fucking evil than that. Hell yeah. So, anyway, folks, before I get started, first off, just let me talk about the super chats or the light below the show. I don't dodge any questions. I answer everything. There's a little dollar sign over here by the chat. See the chat? See my mouse over here? Follow it. Boom, dollar sign right here. You click on it, and then you donate whatever you want to, and then I'll read everything you say, because I'm a hoe bag. Make me say dirty things in the super chat. That's how you support the show and the floating cats. I appreciate you in advance. All right, I did that. Now, got a story to tell you. You guys remember on the last show I talked about cleaning my ears, right? This is what a healthy eardrum looked like. Told you guys this last time. It's kind of milky white. I know it's nasty, but it's cool too. Like, I ain't never seen a fucking healthy eardrum. And boom, that's what it looks like. So, I got one of these little doohickeys, right? It's a ear cleaner, has a camera built on it, right? Boom, right there, it's a camera. And this thing's $10. I don't sell these, by the way. I'm not making any money. I'm just telling you about my life. Amazing though, $10 now. So you go inside your ear and it hooks up to your phone through Wi-Fi, and you can see it's got a light on it. You can see inside your ear, right? So I got it for this ear because this ear was like making noises and shit, and I was like, you got a bunch of wax in there. Clean that shit, Dusty. And then this ear, I noticed, I saw my eardrum for the first time. I was like, is that what an eardrum looks like? And I looked it up, and yes, that's a healthy eardrum. It looks just like that. So then I'm gonna go clean this ear. So I went to clean this ear, and holy God, horror show. This is what I found inside, like I showed you last time. Boom. It was the amber the mosquito was trapped in from Jurassic Park. You could not even see my eardrum. Not a single speck of it. The entire thing was covered in crystallized wax with hair in it. It looked just like that. It looks identical to the picture I'm showing you right now. Horrible. And I was like, what in the fuck? I have an alien growing inside my goddamn head. Terrified. So, I was like, well, this cannot fucking stand. And like, I didn't even notice it. I never even knew it was fucking in there. It's probably been like that since I was a kid. Probably 40 years. I doubt my eardrum has been uncovered in 40 years because you can't see up in there, right? And the Q-tip says, specifically in the box, don't put the Q-tip in your ear canal. And people was like, it says ear canal, Dusty. That doesn't mean ear. Ear canal is where the fucking eardrum is. That's where the fucking wax and shit is. How are you supposed to clean that shit if you're not even supposed to put a Q-tip in there? All right? You're not. You just gotta have a disgusting waxed up fucking ear. So I didn't even really notice. I thought I could hear fine and everything. But I was like terrified after I saw it. So I was like, you gotta clean that shit. You can feel it. I never even noticed it, didn't even know it was in there. But after I knew, after my brain possessed that knowledge, it felt like there's a fucking tumor in my goddamn head. I could feel that shit. So I said, immediately, I gotta do something about this. So I was like, well, what are you gonna fucking do, dude? So you can't go digging around in your fucking eardrums, right? I mean, I guess you can. I did. That's where the story's going. But you're not supposed to, because it didn't have eardrum. It's soft. Dangerous. So I was like, eardrops. I got this shit. Eardrops. D-Brox. That's what Amazon said to get. Put these in your motherfucking ears. It will foam up and clean out your ears. And I was like, I will try anything. I'm so goddamn desperate. And so I got that shit. Put it in my ears. Foamed up. Tickled the shit. Left it in there for like 15 minutes. Shook it out. Nothing. Stuck the camera in there still. Jurassic Park in my goddamn ear. Horror show. So then I got this other thing that's like you stick your ear and you push this button and it like shoots water spray in your ear. It's supposed to clean out your fucking ear. It's the other thing they recommended on Amazon. So I was like, get it and squirt that motherfucker a million times. Shook out that shit. Made it worse. Not only did it not get rid of any of the wax, but then it completely shut off my hearing. I was 100% goddamn deaf in this ear. 3% hydroperoxide won't work. None of that works. You're all liars. Sorry, love you. You're liars. Doesn't work. Because it's crystallized up in there. Ain't nothing. Gonna fix it except for one thing. Scraping that shit off. And so I was like, well, I'm deaf now. I can't be fucking deaf. All right. You literally talk for a living. How you gonna be fucking deaf? Right? No. Whatever it takes, Dustin, you gotta fix this shit. So I did surgery on myself like a fucking professional, y'all. You gotta be proud of me. It hurt. It was fucking awful. But I got up in there with my phone. It took me like an hour. I carefully did it, folks, and scraped my eardrum, and holy shit. I was going to take a picture, but I didn't want anybody to vomit. It was the most disgusting fucking thing you could possibly imagine. I pulled out of my ear, completely covering my eardrum, like 1/16 of an inch, this glob, this giant fucking glob. It looked like a small alien. I don't know what the fuck was going on. It was so goddamn disgusting. I can't even describe it. And, oh my God, I can hear so well now. I looked and my eardrum looks like a healthy eardrum now. It looks normal now. I finally got it cleared out. Like I said, probably the first time in 40 years since I was a kid it's ever been really clean, because I had no idea. And not only does it feel better, I can like literally feel the difference. I can feel it gone. I feel like I'm a whole new man. Like I can hear like 30% better than I could before. And so like I basically have superpowers now, basically. Like the whole time I've been training myself with low hearing, and now suddenly I got 30% more hearing. Did you guys hear that? My neighbor farted 3 blocks away. That smelled like a stinky one. Stinky motherfucker. What's that? You hear that? Melvin, he's fucking across the street. You go, Melvin. Hell yeah. It's possible I went too deep and scraped some of my brain off. It's fine. I even feel smarter. I'm thinking about learning math. I ain't never been good at math. I'm thinking about getting into math. Maybe I'll try to solve some of those Pythagorean theorems or something like that. 957. I'm pretty sure that's something. I don't know what yet. I'm going to work that out later, but I'm on to something. I know it. So anyway, folks, hooray, superpower Dusty. Ready to rock this shit. And you know how like your eardrum affects your equilibrium. So when it's all fucking stopped up, like you're a little dizzy and off balance. And like I said, I've been training my whole life to deal with this. And now that I'm no longer caked in fucking earwax, my equilibrium's better. I feel like I'm way more faster and have more agility. Watch this. You see that shit? You see that? Man, I'm like a cat now. It's fucking awesome. So anyway, superhero shit. Fuck yeah. New and improved Evil Dusty. Let's rock this fucking shit out. Go ahead and start out the show. Get your super chats in. We doing it right now. Sing along if you know the words. It's religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. What? Religious bullshit. Religious bullshit. It's time for religious bullshit. Motherfuckers, it's time. Religious bullshit. feeling good tonight? Feeling good tonight? That was so loud. Everything's so loud now. I can hear it, motherfucker. Strikes out religious bullshit. Guess who turned into a shameless... we already do. It's Russell Brand. But it's his first week as a Christian, y'all. Now, haters are going to say the only reason Russell Brand became a Christian is because he's a rapist, a sex offender, and if you want to continue your grift, all you have to do is say you became a Jesus freak, and then you don't have to make amends to anybody you hurt or raped. You don't even have to own up to it. You don't even have to admit it. All you have to do is get baptized, claim you're a Christian, and instantly, it's like it never even fucking happened. Yes, is that immoral? Of course it is. It's about the most immoral thing you could possibly imagine. But that's how Christianity works, baby, all right? It's like a do-over, and you don't even have to really fucking change. You just have to claim you're a Christian, like Trump. So, first week on the grift, folks, and like I gotta hand it to him, it's a good grift. Like if I didn't have any morals, any scruples, if I didn't like to sleep at night so much, I'd be all over this fucking grift. But unfortunately, I'm a softie. I don't like to fuck people over. Whatever, stupid Dusty. I'm evil, but I'm not that evil. Anyway, here's his first week as a Christian. Let's see how that's going for him. I'm going to skip to the middle.
What about it? And of course, if they could stop people awakening, they would stop people awakening.
Immediately, folks, he's a victim. They're trying to stop me from being a Christian. Everybody. It's making fun of me because I'm an obvious shameless grifter, but that's not what it is. They're just mad that I've given my life to Jesus and they're trying to stop me and belittle me for that reason. And no, dude, it's very transparent. It's obvious what the fuck you're doing. And you're not fooling anybody except for the dumbest people on earth, which I know is your entire intent. So it's working. I mean, kudos to you, you sad sack of shit.
If they could somehow foreclose against it, prohibit and prevent it.
We're definitely trying to prevent you from being Christians. That's why there's a church every goddamn 5 feet. It's illegal, basically, you goddamn victim.
Perhaps this is not unique to Christianity. Maybe if you are awakening in a way that's personal.
He's so awake, unlike us sleepers who don't believe in ancient fairy tales and virgin births and, you know, immense bullshit. God damn it, why won't we wake up?
And I'd be really interested in hearing. They would equally oppose that. But what they want mostly is for people to be controlled, curtailed, contained by their material models.
Unlike Christianity, who doesn't want to control you in any way whatsoever, definitely wasn't completely designed and created to begin with to control ignorant people. No, it's those who are against Christianity who want to control you. Definitely.
They don't want people recognizing, oh, my life isn't about me. I've been caught up in an illusion. I've been lost completely in self. And now I must...
The most selfish motherfucker on earth. The guy that's doing this 100% so he doesn't have to actually change or own up to anything he's done. He's doing this to make money for himself, to grift people for himself. Going to talk about how selfless it is now that he's become a Christian.
Learn to untether myself from the tendrils of selfishness.
He's so far above the rest of us, y'all. God damn it, I wish we could be on his level someday.
Egotism and self-centeredness.
No egotism on this man. Zero ego.
And awaken to something greater. The Christianity that I'm learning about, that is fascinating me,
so fascinating,
is not a precursor to psychiatry. It's a precursor to quantum physics.
Definitely. Isn't the ancient fiction in the Bible, the fairy tales written by primitive screwheads, basically just quantum physics, y'all?
It's a precursor. Little star above there. It's just a Christmas decoration. Don't get excited. I know
Well,
what
I'm
people are
excited.
like. It's a precursor to a way of understanding consciousness, a way of understanding reality.
A way of understanding it wrong. Yeah, you're right about that.
Very deeply.
No, very
What
shuttily.
is the prima materia? Where did this come from? Who did this come from? And how are we personally going to overcome it?
Yeah, Christianity doesn't answer any of those fucking questions, you goddamn douchebag.
In the comments and chat, what you feel. Week 1 now, and it's been a beautiful week.
Yeah, I feel you're a shameless grifter. You're incredibly transparent, but this will be very successful. You will get away with all your rapes, all your sexual assaults without having to have to change or own up or make amends. Because you're awful. You're an awful, incredibly shitty human being who is pandering to other incredibly awful, shitty human beings. So enjoy your ill-gotten gains, you fucking dickhead. This is what the world rewards. This is why I'm evil now, folks. Totally evil. This is why my ear crusted up. Evil. And, oh yeah, another week, another preacher raping your kids. Texas evangelical pastor Rodney Killingsworth, name checks out, has been found guilty of raping 3 young girls who attended his church. Who cares? You know, whatever. It's all good. basically that's their job. So, you know, what can you say at this point? And then, folks, I'll take creepy weirdos for 1,000, Alex.
If you're a Christian, you can't stop jerking off, watch this video.
Oh, yeah. That's not why I'm going to watch this video.
Lust is one of the hardest sins to break. Trust me, because I've done it. And how you can break
I bet. This guy jacks off every chance he gets. Look at this guy.
this is by the help of the Holy Spirit.
Oh,
it's by growing with the Lord.
I need the magical talking ghost to help me grow. I don't need anybody help. I can grow just fine. Looking at you, baby.
I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But first, I need to make this mental switch. A lot of people are stuck in the loop that they don't really want to do it. They haven't fully committed. In their mind, they haven't said, I'm just going to do whatever it takes to stop this.
That's true.
Jesus said, if your hand causes you to stumble, cut it off. He's not saying actually cut it off, but he's saying do whatever it takes to stop the sin.
Actually, he literally was saying that, and to do whatever it takes to stop the sin, I would have to cut my hand. Actually, that wouldn't even work. Even if I cut my hands off, I would still be like, I'd find a way. Life finds a way. I'd still jack it. Believe me, hello, Stumpy. My little stumps just jacking away. But anyway, please continue, dickhead.
And once you've done that, made that mental switch that you're going to commit to this, you need to walk in the Spirit. I say then walk in the Spirit and you shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. The real way to walk in the Spirit is to take your old flesh, the evil desires and passions of this world, and crucify them by living a life joined to Christ, where you believe in the death, burial, and resurrection
Not hot.
of Jesus. You become baptized, you pray and fast, you read the Bible, you seek godliness, you participate in the life
Oh, so just be so bored that you don't want to masturbate anymore. Brilliant.
the church, and you walk in love. When continuously walk in the Spirit, you'll put to death the sin of lust. You gain a lot of fruits of the Spirit like joy, peace, patience. Most
I already have a lot of fruit in my spirit.
importantly, self-control. Lastly, guys, this won't take 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. It took me 8 months. You guys had to put consistent effort
8 months. Oh my God, this guy had injected at 8 months. He's about to die.
into this. I love you guys. Hope this helped. God bless. If you're a Christian,
God bless you, you non-masturbating motherfucker. Stop sexually repressing yourself. Do you know that, like, masturbation helps you not get colon cancer, or what is it? A prostate cancer. That's it. Helps you not get prostate cancer. It's like healthy and beneficial for your body. Not doing it makes you like a sexually repressed weirdo, which, you know, I guess is working for you if that's what you're going for. Nailed it. Jesus. And then wild video. Apparently congregants get slain in the spirit, which is a code word that means they fake it like a motherfucker because they're so pathetic. They're trying to let everybody else in the in-group know that they're a cult member just like they are, and they will literally do anything to belong. It's very sad, actually, but after eating pieces of their apostles' anointed birthday cake, he just done it 100%. All designed to show the power of the Holy Ghost. All right, let's see the power of the magical talking ghost.
Take one, please.
Please don't drop that yellow cake. Please don't drop it.
Eat it. Something will happen.
Eat it. Eat my jizz. Yes. Woo! That's some good cake right there.
Come for the
Knock him on his ass.
Mama, come.
Anybody else want some cake? It's like, I want some cake. I'll eat your jizz cake. Oh, woo, woo, woo. Ha, ha, yeah. That's a woo. Damn, haters are gonna say they're faking, but nope, this is real. The magical talking ghost got a hold of them, y'all.
Potato, come.
It can only do that when you eat cake. Come on, get some cake, y'all. Oh shit.
Tetris, come. This one here.
This one here, y'all.
You. Stand up.
Stand them up.
Take it.
Take my cake.
This one.
Take my jizz cake. She can't even eat it, y'all. She's already passing out. That guy's so powerful.
Watch.
Woo! Anything,
Take it.
anything to prove
Put
you're
it
part
in
of the
your
cult,
mouth.
folks. They're so
it in your
sad, so
mouth.
lonely, so pathetic. Smear it on your face.
Put
Just
it in
smear
your
it.
mouth.
You
You can
can't.
see.
You can't.
It's not easy. You
So, if you're wondering, how come preachers like rape kids all the time? This is why. It's because these motherfuckers literally just give their kids to these people. They're like, yeah, I fall on this. You have magical powers. Just take my kid. They should all be charged with crimes, every one of them. Freak show. That's what Christianity is. Welcome to the Freak Show, Russell Brand. And Pastor Jack Hibbs, y'all, want you to know, if you dare protest the Gaza war, you're not even an American. You don't have any fucking rights. Sounds a little bit like fascism to me.
Neither is it your First Amendment to say that you're using the First Amendment to speak your opinion when you're not even an American. You said, Pastor, I was born and raised here. I get to. No, you missed it completely. Just because you were born here doesn't mean you're an American.
That's literally what it
ridiculous.
means.
You don't even know what American is. if that's what you think.
If you don't think that, you don't know what it is.
Americans are not born. Well, I got a passport.
We
That's
are.
not being
literally.
an American.
Uh-huh.
Being an American is to choose the U.S. Constitution as your governing document.
No.
Did you know that?
No, I don't. That's literally, I've read it, and that's literally the opposite of what it says. Did you know that?
That's why, listen, I'm Portuguese.
Oh.
I don't have American
So you're not American. Okay, good to know.
blood in me. I have Portuguese blood in me. Are you a German? Do you live in Cincinnati? Listen, you're not an American.
I am.
Because you live in Cincinnati. You're an American because you've chosen.
I was born in Mississippi, in America. Therefore, I'm an American. That's how it all works.
To bring your life under the rule of the U.S. Constitution.
Nope. Nope.
People on these university campuses, they don't even know what the Constitution is. So when they say it's
It sounds like you don't know what the Constitution is.
my First Amendment right to say death to America, death to Israel.
Right. Uh-huh. They don't say that, first of all, but they could.
You don't have the right to do that because you're not an American.
You're wrong. with all
And
that.
you are actually somebody who yourself, you have no constitutional rights. We don't recognize them.
I don't give a shit
Because
what
you're
you
not an
recognize.
American.
Okay.
Neither-
Do something about it, pussy. You want to see how much of American I am? Bring that shit. All right. I can't say what I want to say, but bring it. Let's see what else this motherfucker has to say.
The college campus is supposed to be a place of higher education.
Yeah, that's part of it. But also the college experience, it's making connections, it's cohabitating with people from all different kind of cultures to expand your horizons. It's more than just memorizing facts. It's about the entire experience.
What's happening right now? Oh, Pastor, don't you believe in the First Amendment? Totally.
No, it doesn't.
It came from the Judeo-Christian belief.
It did not. Literally not mentioned a single goddamn time in the Constitution.
As did the Second Amendment, a Judeo-Christian belief.
Wrong.
We've got people who I believe have forfeited their rights to the First Amendment.
Okay, come take it then. Come on. Come on, tough guy. Let's go. I live in Grenada, Mississippi. I promise you, try to come and take it. I will meet you anywhere in this town you want to meet me. I will come, bring a camera, and we'll see if you take my First Amendment rights from me. Come on, tough guy.
They don't have the First Amendment to do what they're doing on over 220 university campuses. You say, oh my gosh, I can't believe he said that. Hear me out.
I totally can believe it.
If I went to Moscow and did what they're doing,
right?
I know what would happen.
Right, because they don't have a constitution and you're an American.
They would be there for 5 minutes. And let me tell you, I've been...
That's a bad thing. They don't have freedom of speech like we do, which is exactly why you're trying to take our freedom of speech away. You're trying to make us more like them.
To Russia over 23 times.
I'm sure you have.
I've seen how the police and how the military deal with people on the streets.
And he loves it. He wants them to deal with us the exact same way and take all our rights away from us, folks.
And it ain't pretty.
Yep. That's why you want to import it over here,
That's why
right?
it doesn't happen there.
I know. It's so great, isn't it? Yeah. Destroy people's freedoms. Fascism. Amazing. Hurrah! Just good goddamn. They want to import fascism to America, and they're doing it. Hey, who can say that they're not doing it? Joe Biden about to pass a law that makes this show illegal, makes it illegal to be anti-Zionist. So, you know, what you gonna do? He's right. Meanwhile, we're finally getting there, folks. So I covered this story March 19th, 2023. A little over a year ago. Remember this lady who had her toes regrown by Jeebus? It happened, you fucking disbelievers. Let's play the video again, just so you guys can remember what she had to say about it.
So I had 3 toes that were amputated in a terrible accident.
So terrible.
I heard the word for creative miracles, and I thought, well, I certainly have a creative miracle that I might need. I need 3 toes to grow back. The person next to me said, do you want new toes? And I was like, well, sure. All the women got down and they prayed over my foot, and I decided to take my shoe off to see what was happening when he said, let's see the progress or if anything's happened. And when I did, I had to grab the person next to me and say, do you see what I see? And I saw 3 toes that were forming, and now there's length to them. Tonight, I can stand on my tippy toes.
Tippy toes, y'all.
Listen, do you understand? I can stand on tippy toes.
She could do that,
no,
y'all.
I couldn't do that because I didn't have toes to tippy on.
And she does.
All right, come on, let's bless the Lord.
He's
Jehovah Rapha.
Yes, sir.
Lord,
there were women everywhere, and nobody had a camera. Nobody took any pictures. But just believe me, it happened. Motherfuckers, are you saying it didn't happen? I don't even know what to say to you guys anymore. Where's your faith? Oh, ye of little faith, motherfuckers. Well, anyway, folks, this preacher didn't show the pictures for some odd reason, because the pictures apparently existed this entire time. I don't know why. I'm sure he has his reasons that have nothing to do with the fact that he's a shameless lying con man. But finally, we have the pictures, folks. I'm about to show you. You're about to be converted to Christianity, as was I. But before I show you this clip, folks, so this clip I'm about to show you, it's another, I think it's this same guy or another preacher. I can't tell you. There's so many preachers that have gone public talking about this story and promising it's real to their congregations. So it's going to be 3 minutes of people talking about these regrown toes. And then on this side is her original toes that were amputated. And on this side is the miracle where her toes have grown back. Now, the reason I'm explaining this to you before I show it to you is because I want you to know that they didn't actually, in these clips I'm going to show you, show the pictures. Okay, so the people that they're talking to this next clip were never shown the pictures. They weren't attached to the video like I'm about to show you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. All right, here we go, folks. Prepare to be converted. Prepare for miracles. Prepare to believe. Why is it not shutting? Shut the fuck down. I don't, okay. Fucking buttons are reversed now. Whatever, you motherfucker. Don't get up on me. All right, here we go. We're about to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, proof!
How many miracles do you have to see before you believe?
Just one. Just
you know, there's some of you, and you've heard miracle, over 4,000 now. You've heard miracle after miracle of healing, and you're still sitting there saying,
oh, I'm covering it up. All right, let me get rid of me so you can see the miracle. Boom, there it is, folks. There it is. Over here, look, this is the original toes, amputated. Completely fucking amputated. And here you go, folks. Here's the new foot, and it's the same. The toes are they're the same. It's just a different slight angle, but it's the same. The toes didn't fucking grow back. Why would Jesus? Okay, why would Jesus just grow them out a little bit? If it's a miracle, why wouldn't he grow them fully the fuck out? So Jesus is gonna half-ass it? Oh, I'm just, as a miracle, just to convert people, I'm going to grow your toes out just a little teeny bit. That's the whole way. Just a little bitty bit. That's the way I roll, motherfuckers. I'm magical, but I'm not that goddamn magical. But anyway, regardless, it's a miracle. I believe in Jesus now. Anyway, here's these guys talking for 3 minutes about these pictures that they're not showing you. But hey, they're assuring you the pictures exist, and they've seen them, and it's real, y'all. They're not shameless liars in any goddamn way. Let me make myself smaller so you can marvel at this miracle while we're listening to these preachers tell the truth about it.
Well, you know, I just don't know. I got to see the toes.
Show them.
I'm going to tell you what. See the toes all you want. You're still not going to believe.
He's right about that.
Because unbelief never has enough proof.
I mean, it would. Like any proof. Like literally any proof. But this is the opposite of proof because I can see her toes are still incredibly fucking amputated.
As the ladies prayed for Chrissy over the next 30 minutes, all 3 toes grew. And by that point, were longer than her pinky toe.
Okay, let's see. This is her pinky toe over here in this picture. This toe is already longer than pinky toe. This toe is already longer than pinky toe. And this toe is still shorter than her pinky toe. Over here, exactly the fucking same. It's exactly the fucking same.
Within an hour, nails began to grow on all the toes.
Looks like nails are over here to begin with.
The statement took about 30 minutes, but they saw the bone come, wrap in flesh, completely grow out, and by morning, the toenails, everything had formed. She got 3 brand new toes.
3 brand new toes! Right there, you see it for yourself, folks. Look at those 3 brand new, fully formed toes with nails. You're the fucking liar.
And I saw 3 toes that were forming, and now there's length to them tonight.
So length. So, more, please. More lies in this story.
The toe
next to my pinky toe is longer now than it was than my pinky toe. It is longer.
The exact same.
The
as
toe
it was in the original
next,
picture.
the third toe.
This one
is even with
the
fourth toe, which is longer than my pinky toe.
No, this fourth toe is not longer. It's your third toe.
So the second, third, and fourth toe were all gone.
They're still all gone.
Totally gone.
They weren't totally all gone.
They were amputated.
They weren't totally amputated. We see.
And that's what I have now. I can.
You have the same exact.
Bend them. There is the start of a nail bed on the fourth toe.
Why didn't Jesus finish his miracle?
A nail bed? Yeah, the startup one.
All 3 toes grew, and by that point were longer than her pinky toe.
By that point.
Within an hour, nails began to grow on all the toes.
There is the start of a nail bed on the fourth.
Jesus is like, I could do the whole thing, but that's enough. That's enough. What do you expect from me?
Oh,
a nail bed?
Yeah, the startup one.
Because her miracle is real, it's genuine. What I want to assure you of it's real.
It's real. I can't show you the pictures. I'm not going to show you the pictures. The pictures wouldn't even help. You wouldn't even believe them if you seen it. But believe in me is the important part.
It's real. It's real. It's real.
It's real. It's real. It's real. I'll say it 100,000 more times if you give me money.
So, it is a legitimate miracle, and
there it is.
We can provide the kind of proof that would be necessary. People have asked, have you seen pictures of the toes? I have. So I've seen the picture of the toes.
He wouldn't lie. He would not lie to you folks. Who are you going to believe, him or your own eyes? I think we all going to believe this motherfucker. And so thank you, Jesus, for giving me the proof I need to finally leave behind my heathen ways. I've been praying my dick gets bigger any second now. Any second, Jesus. Just a couple more inches, Jesus. It don't have to be a foot. Just like 10 inches. That's all I'm asking for, Jesus. 10. Come on, Jesus. I'll let you guys know. And that is my religious bullshit for tonight. Hell yeah. What you guys got to say about that? Are you believers? Or are you skeptics, ye of little faith? I know, I'm convinced too. I'm glad I was able to convert some of you guys to Christianity. That is my goal. Take you to heaven with me so we can all worship Jesus for eternity. That sounds fun. Yay, that'll never get boring. Licking Jesus' asshole for eternity over and over every day. Just wake up. Ooh, I want to lick asshole today. Ooh, hey, what are we going to do today? Lick asshole. Hey, what are we going to do tomorrow? Lick asshole. It's all we ever going to do. Not a foot, Dusty, just a toe. I'll take whatever I can get. An inch is an inch. 10 is a bit much. Maybe for you. All right. Perfect for me. I believe I'm a skeptic. Okay, well, I can't argue with that. My penis grows watching you. Aw, you're so sweet. Great way to reveal your dick is small, Dusty. Hey, not small. Average. Okay, average, you motherfucker. Get it right. And, all right, let's move along, folks. Get your super chats in. That was worth a super chat. You know it was. Tell me if you believe in the super chats. It's time for Chud Watch. Still lagging. Woo! And first up on tonight's Chud Watch. See what the fuck we got. Oh, it's the Boy Scouts. Folks, guess who went woke? Fucking Boy Scouts. First they let in girls. God damn it. Well, I guess first they raped 100,000 boys. Okay, yeah, technically, okay, fine. Yes, technically they did settle out of court in a lawsuit where they admitted to raping 100,000 boys. Nope, that is not a misspeak. That is not a typo. They admitted to raping 100,000 children. So then you might think, hey, if an organization rapes 100,000 children, they wouldn't exist anymore, right? It's America. All right. Zero children have been molested and raped at Drag Queen Story Hour. Yet we are bomb threatening them, boycotting them, It's the most evil I've ever seen. So surely in this country, you rape 100,000 children. You don't exist anymore. No, you do. You do. You still exist because it's a Christian organization. Of course they still exist. But get this. They added girls. Yeah, because they're equal opportunity rapists at the Boy Scouts. But then they can't be the Boy Scouts anymore, right? Because they want girls to come so they can rape both boys and girls at the Christian organization, Boy Scouts. So now they changed the name to just the Scouts. They're just the Scouts now, y'all. It's woke as shit. So Christians mad as fuck because they gone woke at the Boys. They weren't mad at the 100,000 child rapes, but they're mad at the name change because this is where we're at in the society. The Boy Scouts has been cratering itself for quite some time. Yeah, I wonder what happened that made the Boy Scouts crater. Oh, it's because they went woke. That's what it was. It wasn't because of the 100,000 child rapes. You see, this is an institution the left didn't control. That's right, it was controlled by Christians. That's why they raped 100,000 boys. Thank you. They didn't want to improve it. I mean, we did want them to quit raping boys, if that's what you mean. They wanted to destroy it. I mean, yeah, I agree with there. I did want to destroy this boy raping organization or dilute it into something that stood for nothing. So 5 years ago, the Boy Scout let in girls, which was basically the end of the Boy Scouts. Yeah, they did that so they could continue as an organization and not get shut down over all the boy rape, but okay. And Boy Scouts has had a problem anyway. There was a sexual assault scandal. Yeah, now you're getting to it, right? Right? It wasn't a left-wing organization. It was a Christian organization. They're raping kids. You knew that, but you're mad about the name change, of course. Abuse scandal, which was a real problem that it had never really dealt with very well. That contributed to it as well. Right, you know this, right? These are things in middle America, in between us and the government, like churches, like Boy Scouts, like youth groups, like the Lions Club. Wow, you're naming a lot of raping organizations right there. That are really the richness of the community. The 100,000 child rape Boy Scouts is the richness of the community? Yikes. And a lot of them have lost what they stand for, boy rape. And as a result, the government gets more powerful to fill the void. What the fuck is it got to do with the government? This is a tragedy. It's a tragedy they still exist, yeah. Young kids won't have the opportunity to learn these skills or get raped. But more importantly, the values, yes, the value of being raped as a child. And they did it to themselves. I mean, they did. They also did it to the little boys. Fox host Pete Hegseth on the Boy Scouts. And then they're like, badge of wokeness. This is Fox News. Badge of wokeness. For the first time in history, the Boy Scouts of America will change its name in order to make everyone feel welcome. Yeah, that's terrifying. But not because of wokeness, but because of the child rape. Keep your kids away from these pedophiles. But I know you won't. I know Christians won't do that because, like, you don't do that. You basically take them to the pedophiles and leave them for weekends. Go on camping trips with pedophiles and whatnot. You Christians, you're kooky out there. And then, great week for Donald Trump. So he got a few $1 billion, like $5 billion for his meme stock. And then because the meme stock stayed above $17 for 6 months, he got another $2 billion. Sure, this company that doesn't make any, literally loses money. They made $5 million. They took $5 million in, and then they lost $26 million. So, of course, they gave him $8 billion for this company because it's America. Why would you do that, right? Now, folks, he wins likely delay in Georgia election case. So he's undergoing like 3 different trials right now. One is the Stormy Daniels trial, which is going on right now. And then there's one for, remember how he had all the secret documents in his toilet? And the other one is when he tried to steal the election in Georgia. Well, 2 out of the 3 cases have basically been indefinitely postponed until he can become president and just get away with it completely. Because yay, America. So first off, an appeals court in Georgia has agreed to take up former President Donald Trump's appeal of the Fani Willis disqualification ruling that ultimately allowed her to remain on the Georgia election interference case, a move that could significantly delay the case against the former president. So that's the whole point. Delay, that's all he does. It works. The justice system is two-tiered. It's not for us. It's for the rich to get away with whatever they want to do, and he's going to. He's probably going to be president again. Never held accountable for any of this stuff. And then secondly, the judge he appointed, who is overseeing his case. Yikes. You might think, how is that not a conflict of interest? Because it's America, you dickheads. There's no conflict of interest when you're rich. So stupid, you guys. Judge indefinitely postpones Mar-a-Lago documents case. Yeah, it's indefinitely postponed. May never go to trial, but definitely not until after he becomes president again. So Teflon Don, you're going to get away with everything forever, always. And hooray. I love it. I love it. As an evil person, that's great. Continue on this path, America. We're the best. And then, remember, folks, they're all furious because the judge in his latest trial declared that he could not attend his son's graduation. I can't believe these left-wing, lawfare judges won't let this godly man who loves his son more than he loves his own life. He would die or kill every one of us for his son. Boron, I think's his name. I don't know. Neither does Trump. Anyway, remember, Marjorie Taylor Greene was all over TV. They won't even let this man go to his son's graduation. This is not even America anymore. Fox News. 24-hour coverage about the evil judge that wouldn't let him go to his graduation. Only the judge never even said that. Never said that she didn't know yet. But then she said, "Oh, okay, fine, you can go. We know now what the schedule's going to be like, and you can go." It turns out, and you're going to laugh, he never intended to go to begin with. Never. He's going to a fundraiser on his child's graduation day. So I love this guy. He's the best. The best among us all, Donald Trump. The truth doesn't matter. Reality doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Meanwhile, ongoing trial with the hush money payments to Stormy Daniels. And it was revealed, we already knew this. She already told us this, but she got on the stand and talked about how when she fucked him, he was like complimenting her by telling her that he reminds her of his daughter, which reminds me of this creepy shit.
She does have a very nice figure. I've said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her. You know.
Ivanka, what's the favorite thing you have in common with your father?
Either real estate or golf.
Donald, with your daughter?
Well, I was going to say sex, but I can't relate that.
Totally normal.
I weren't happily married, and, you know, her father.
My daughter, Ivanka.
Yeah.
She's 6 feet tall. She's got the best body.
Best body, my daughter.
She's beautiful.
A piece of ass.
I'm saying this, a piece of ass.
Yeah.
She looks more voluptuous than ever.
She's actually always been very voluptuous.
Very.
It's unbelievable.
She's almost 6 feet
You going up the escalator?
Almost 6 feet tall,
She does
y'all.
have a very nice figure.
Very
I've
nice.
said that if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be
said
dating
it.
her. You know.
I've said it, folks. Gonna date my daughter.
She does have a very nice figure.
Super cool. Anyway, nothing matters. Christians don't care. You're right. He's a Christian now. Everything he said before doesn't count. Do over, redo for Mulligan. He's on base. He's safe now. Fuck you guys. This is why Russell Brand's doing it. It works for all the sex pests. Not creepy at all, folks. Man of God. Hey, other people in the Bible fuck their daughters. Lot, remember Lot? He was chosen by God. He was the only righteous man in the entire city of Sodom and Gomorrah. Fucked the shit out of both his daughters. Ran a train on his daughters. So who are you to judge? Even God finds daughter fuckers righteous. So who am I to say otherwise? And nice. It also fucked Stormy Daniels. People want to make Stormy Daniels a hero. First of all, Stormy Daniels fucked Donald Trump. She's gross. Secondly, she could have came out and told us about it. Probably prevented him from being president, but she didn't. She took a payoff for it. And everybody wants to make her some kind of superhero. I don't have any idea where the fuck people are coming from. She's nasty. She's a traitor to the goddamn country. Fuck her. And then, post-truth society, folks, doesn't matter. Donald Trump retweeted this. Donald Trump was the smartest student I ever had, said William T. Kelly, former Wharton professor where Donald Trump went to college. Gotta be true. Donald Trump retweeted it. He wouldn't retweet lies only. Actually, what William T. Kelly, former Wharton professor, said about Donald Trump is Donald Trump was the dumbest goddamn student I ever had. The exact opposite, but it doesn't matter, folks. He can fuck his daughter. He could lie about everything. Give him another $8 billion. Delay his trials indefinitely. We are a broken society. And then, apparently, Joe Biden making good on a promise that Trump swore he was going to get done. He went out to Wisconsin and he was like, it's going to be the mother of all jobs. We're going to build this super Foxconn warehouse House and trillions of dollars. I promise. Promises made, promises kept. And then they didn't do it. Nothing happened. And now Joe Biden going in there. Joe Biden's like, I'm going to do it. And he did it. And I guess Microsoft is moving into that area and actually going to build all the jobs that Donald Trump promised he was going to do but didn't do. And Fox News, how is Fox News going to spin this one, y'all? Donald Trump said he was going to do it. He had a big press event, lots of photo ops, made all kinds of promises, never kept through on it. How are they going to spin it? I got it. Let's declare that Joe Biden is only doing this to troll Donald Trump.
Remind them, I mean, he was in Wisconsin today at the site in 2018 where Trump planned for the Foxconn facility, which was going to bring a bunch of jobs to the area. Biden hosted his event today announcing a semiconductor or an AI facility with Microsoft there. So not an accident to hold it in the same spot where, you know, Trump failed to bring that to fruition.
Not an accident.
Is that what he's left with, to just troll Trump?
That's right. Is that what this motherfucker's left with? Just trolling Trump by creating tens of thousands of jobs. What an asshole to follow through and actually do what Trump failed to do. I hate him for that. It's just so crazy, y'all. Of all the things you can shit on Joe Biden for, like, there's only one big one. The child murders. All the fucking child murders. The one huge thing they can legitimately say about him, they won't say because they're even more in favor of the child murders than he is. That's the society we live in. It's kooky. It's kooky here in the U.S. of A. But you got to love it. Greatest country on earth. Meanwhile, bad week for Governor Nome. Kristi Noem everywhere. She went on this book tour, y'all. Trying to salvage the horrible reception she got to the story about her murdering her puppy. Shooting it in the head in front of a gravel pit. Seems bad. We're a country full of dog lovers. But she's like, nah, I wrote this specifically so Trump would make me his vice president. I assumed he would love the fact that I shoot puppies in the head. So why wouldn't I put it in my book? And then she seems utterly shocked that even on the conservative media, where she thought that she was getting nothing but softball interviews, they were going to lick her asshole. They were going to, I guess, sell the fact in a good light that she murdered a puppy. But they're not doing it, folks, because even conservatives aren't quite that evil, unbelievably. And so everywhere she went, she took shit. Here she is on Newsmax. Newsmax even trying to give her an out, folks. This is what they do on everything. They can't admit that conservatives would do anything wrong, period, ever. So everything has to be the fault of the left, the fault of liberals. So he's trying to give her an out. Hey, did you put this in your book, or was this like planted by some evil liberal left-wing editor to make you look bad? Which doesn't even make any sense because she is the one that read the audiobook herself. She read the comments about her killing the dog. She read the comments about her supposedly meeting with Kim Jong-un, which never happened. So even if somebody did plant it in there, she would know it because she's on audio reading it herself. Anyway, it doesn't matter, folks. Are you the victim here? Is somebody trying to set you up?
I've also written a couple of books, and I know how the process works. You write some chapters. You don't write the whole book at once. You write a chapter or two. You send it to the editors, and they edit. They read it. They add. They subtract. And here's my question. The editor. The editor. Was she possibly a plant, a liberal plant? Because I'm not sure either one of these stories, the dog story, the North Korea story, seems like the Kristi Noem I know.
And she's like, yep,
no,
I'm that evil.
The buck always stops with me. I take my own full responsibility. I wrote this book, and I take the responsibility for what's in it. It's a great book, Eric. I hope everybody reads it and buys it.
And so now, folks, here she is, not taking the responsibility. Asked over and over again, hey, did you really meet Kim Jong-un like you said you did? And then you read out loud in the audio book, and she's like, I'm not talking about it. I'm not talking about it. Even though she did talk about it when it was a lie in the book, now suddenly that it's found not true, she's tight-lipped on it, which is curious and very weasel-like.
Is being persecuted.
Oh, here she is. First off, this is a clip of Stuart Varney asked her over and over again if Donald Trump asked her about shooting the dog in the head. She don't really seem to want to talk about it, and she gets all uppity and angry about it.
In a political hunt witch hunt in this court case. So I'm proud of him about how tough he is and how well he is doing.
Did you bring up
yes,
the dog?
Enough,
with Trump?
Stuart.
With Trump. Did you
this
bring
interview
up the dog
is
with Trump?
ridiculous what you were doing right now.
I don't
so
think
you
so.
need to stop. It is.
Okay.
It is.
Stop.
Let's talk about some real topics that Americans care about.
I'm afraid we're out of time.
Oh,
This is literally what every American wants to talk about when it deals with you. They want to talk about you shooting your dog in the head.
Of course we are.
We do thank you for being with us. I know I pressed hard.
You didn't.
But that's what people are talking about
Right.
to this day.
Yeah.
Governor Noah, thanks for joining us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
You bet.
Yeah, you didn't press hard at all, but anyway. Sadly, she don't want to talk about shooting her dog in the head. I thought you took responsibility for everything. You weren't ashamed of it. And now she's here talking about, did you meet with Donald Trump? This guy actually killing her spirit here because she actually still thinks, it seems like, that she has a chance of being Donald Trump's vice president candidate. But even Newsmax gonna pop that brain fart for her.
I agree with you there. But going back to what you said a moment ago, maybe not lying to the American people. And I think this is important to talk about because the book's called No Going Back, The Truth on What's Wrong with Politics. And I think part of the problem with politics today is that politicians aren't honest with the American people. So if Governor, if you asked me a month ago, who's at the top of the list to run with Donald Trump, I would have said your name. If you asked me that same question this morning, I don't even think you're on the list.
Really?
So my question for you, yes, really.
Because Donald Trump has been going around in private and talking to everybody about how fucking stupid you were for doing that. How ashamed he is of you and embarrassed he is that you put that in your fucking book. That's why, you fucking moron.
Of things that have come out in this book, like your claims that you met Kim Jong-un, and then
I've
over
been
the
to
last
the
week,
DMZ.
I've
been to the DMZ. I've been to the area. What I've said.
That's not what you said. You read out loud that you met Kim Jong-un and you looked him down as he was a little tyrant. And now you're saying, I've been to the DMZ, I've been to the DMZ. That's not the same thing. That's goalpost moving, bitch. We all see that weasel shit.
Stare down Kim Jong-un. Let me, Governor, 1 second. I will give you an opportunity to respond. I just want to get this out there. So here's the quote from the book. You say that I remember when I met North Korean dictator Kim Jong-un. I'm sure he underestimated me, having no clue about my experience staring down little tyrants. Governor, that never happened.
Nope. What I have said in the book is that when I became aware of the content, that we had it changed, and that's the way that it is.
Well, what do you mean when you became aware of the content? You literally read the audiobook. You didn't have it changed then. You only had it changed when you were outed as being a fucking liar.
I should not have put that anecdote in the book.
It's not an anecdote. It's a lie. It's something you fucking made up whole cloth. An anecdote is something that happened.
I'm going to talk about my
anecdote
meetings.
Indicates that it happened.
I'm not going to talk about my conversations.
I'm not going to talk about it, son. I'm not going to talk about this thing that never happened.
I've been involved in policy for 30 years. For 30 years, I've been traveling the world.
That makes lying okay then.
And that is a conversation that I'm not going to have in this book.
Why? You literally, when it was a lie, you had no problem talking about it. Now that it's not, now that it's exposed a lie, suddenly, well, I can't talk about it. Weasel.
So I've answered that in other in interviews already. I've been very forthright.
You haven't.
I think that a typical politician wouldn't be that honest. As soon
you haven't been honest at all.
It became to my attention, I asked for the content to be changed. And
Did it happen?
Governor, I'm not asking you about the details of this alleged meeting. I'm asking if the meeting actually happened. I don't think it did. And I think if it did, you'd be able to confirm for me that, yes, it did. And here's when it happened. It happened, say, at such and such a date or a month, or you don't have to be specific.
I'm not going to talk about it.
Then you're going to continue to have to answer this question then.
I don't think so, because the average American citizen is more worried about the border.
She's so fucking delusional. She can't possibly believe this. She's just hoping that people will stop asking about it and forget, because when you're a conservative, they never hold you accountable for anything.
Worried about what we see in a White House and a president that since January has gone out there and misled the American people over 150 times, and nobody pushes him.
Time to do some whataboutism.
That he was imprisoned with Nelson Mandela.
Distract.
That he.
But what about what this guy said? Quit calling me out on my lies.
Drove an 18-wheeler, that his uncle was eaten by cannibals, that he started the civil rights movement. There is a hypocrisy in the media today, and I would like to see that.
Lord knows the media never calls out Joe Biden.
The American people know and recognize the difference, that they want leaders who actually will go forward and give them a way that they can elect people who want to represent them and fight for them.
Governor, that's a very good point, and I'm not deliberately trying to be adversarial. Donald Trump winning in November is very important.
Yes, it is.
And I think that whoever he chooses to be his running mate, and again, I think at one point you were at the top of that list, but you're going to get questions a lot more difficult than that.
The thing that's very interesting to me is the only person who will decide is Donald Trump.
And he's already said not you.
He will decide,
right.
And he knows that I think he should pick the person that will help him win. That is my one parameter. When he was in the White House, I was on offense every day. I got to.
So anyway, he's not going to pick you. He already said he's not going to pick you. It's over for you. Hopefully, you will not get reelected as governor. Hopefully, your political career is completely fucking over. We'll see. And I guess I'm done talking about her. I have another clip I could show you, but I'll show you this one, I guess.
This is unbelievable. So she never met with Kim Jong-un. And she says, as soon as it was brought to my attention, I made changes. So she doesn't have the nerve to just say, it's not true, we made a mistake, I apologize, and this is who I mixed him up with. Because I don't know if she wrote any piece of this. I don't know who's making up the lie, but I do know it wasn't just brought to her attention. She read it into the audio book herself, which to Margaret Brennan's credit, she asked her about. Listen here.
I know you read this book before it was published because you released video of your recording of the audio book. You didn't catch these errors when you were recording it?
As soon as it was brought to my attention, I took action to make sure that it was reflected. You're talking about a book that hasn't been released yet, that's been corrected before it's been released.
You read it
and you haven't said one thing about Joe Biden saying that he was in prison with Nelson Mandela, that he started the civil rights movement.
Deflecting to somebody else's bad behavior does not mask hers.
But that's what you guys always do for Trump. Megyn Kelly, you were also a giant fucking hypocrite. But when Megyn Kelly calls you out, you know it's fucking over. And then, folks, you're going to be shocked, but she canceled her book tour. Kristi Noem calls off disastrous book tour, canceling hits on Fox News and CNN at last minute. Yep. The book is called No Going Back, folks. I personally think she should have to carry this book tour to full term. You know, it's too far along now, Kristi. No abortion. Anyway, book called No Going Back, and she's going back to North Dakota immediately. She says she has to cancel it because of snow. Even though she's in New York, there's snow in North Dakota, and she must immediately get back there because of the snow. There's not snow. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Didn't go well. Cowardly Custard can't cut the mustard, tucking her tail and running. And then the book reviews, not the best, but pretty funny. Book is now available on Amazon.com. Let's read some of the reviews. Can't believe one word of this abomination. Proceed at your own risk. Shit! -5 stars. Filled with lies and violence against animals. She shot her puppy in the head. Enough said. Lied about staring down Kim Jong from North Korea. It's complete fiction. Waste of money. My cat loved this book. He says Cricket was asking for it. Not going back. Everything is full of lies. Even the title. How did this get published? Read a preview prior to release. All lies. That only now she is retracting. How did this get past the publisher? Because they don't give a shit. Governor Kristi Noem is a tremendous leader, one of the best. This book is a winner. It exposes the problems we're facing and lays out a fantastic plan to make America great again. You got to read it, says Donald J. Trump, 45th President of America. I'm not really sure that's him. Anyway, they've removed the ability to rate the book on Amazon, which seems slightly shady, but I guess you do what you got to do when you're trying to make money. And that is my Chud Watch for tonight. Nailed it. And folks, I have a patron site. Shut up, Dusty. If you look at the video you're watching right now, and there's a description right here, and the very first button is more, you click it, and the very first link is Patreon. Boom, you click that, and then become a member. Right there, become a member. Could you please consider becoming a member of my Patreon? I would very much appreciate it. I don't buy, I don't set nothing on the show. I don't let ads run. If there's ads that you see, it's because YouTube put that in there. I tried my best not to allow ads on my show. The only way I make money is if you guys support the show. So if you like what I do, if you watch a couple shows a week, please consider chipping in just a couple bucks. It won't mean much to you, but it all adds up, and it helps me and the Floating Kitties continue to do this. And I work hard on the show. You'll feel good, and you get exclusive content. So please, if you like it, support it. And thank you for letting me beg you for money. And now let's read the Super Chats. How we doing down the Super Chats? Not too bad. All right, let's roll through these. BBC was very nice. He's such a cool guy. He sent me a green screen. Remember I was whining and crying like a little bitch on the last show about how to duct tape my green screen back together. BBC sent me one. So hero, BBC. Those are some unhealthy looking toes. You know it's real when there's only 4 toes. That's how you know in the future if it's AI or not. Anyway, here's my kitty cash. Love the show, the DSPs, and most death the mods. Hell yeah, mods rock. Never stop doing what you do. I would not be a good replacement. It would just be a show about cats. Well, I'm here so you don't have to be BBC, but you support it in other ways, which is why you're a hero. And Rebecca Poise, another hero of the show, superhero. $25 catch up with you and the best community on YouTube. Thank you in advance for your difficult and traumatic coverage of the genocide. Hey, thank you for supporting it. I hate to have to cover it so much on the show, but I sort of feel obligated. So thank you for having my back, Rebecca. It means a lot. And Jason Ashby, 1, 2, 3 Dust Buddy memberships. And all you lucky motherfuckers love to Jason Ashby and show up tonight's after party. And Dave Call, for all your entertainment. Let's see how Dusty does with this fabulous Kiwi accent. I ate fresh chips sitting on my friend's deck. Perfect. It's like I'm right there with you. It's like I'm one of the Maui people. I'm going to get tattoos on my lower lip. Hell yeah, nailed it. Thank you. You awesome motherfucker. Sexy Kiwi Dave Carl. Jason Ashby, $5. Dusty, a little mineral oil. No, whoa, do not tell me that. I love you, Jason Ashby, but you sit on a mountain of lies. Nothing is going to get out. Just crystallized, caked on. It's literally like an amber, like a diamond. You have to like scrape that shit off. Ain't nothing going to penetrate that shit. Otherwise, go to a doctor and get it syringed out by a pro. I don't need to. I scrape that shit out myself. They got cameras for your ear now, people. Get out there and do that surgery. I can hear you. Well, you're not talking. I can't really hear you. But I could if you talked. Love you, Jason. Appreciate your touch. Sanctuary Inc. Woo! Thank you for being the highlight of my day. Hey, thank you for supporting the show. You, my highlight, Sanctuary Inc. Keep doing you. Victor, I think your clean ears have a 30% boost to your attitude, Dusty. Get some pep in that stuff. I feel so much better, y'all. It's weird. Like, I literally feel like a tumor was cut out of my brain. I feel smarter. I feel more on. I feel more energetic. I'm sleeping less. Like, that thing had a major effect on me, and I had no idea it was in there. Get your ears checked, people. And thank you, Venture Van. Green Mind, full Twitter, floating cat tags. Hell yeah. Look who's back. Back again. Misty's back. I'm surprised she's not all over me. Usually slutting it up. Whatever. And Mitchell Guy, 5. Got the 5 Dust Buddy memberships. Everybody love the Mitchell Guide. And show up to the after party. And thank you, Mitchell. You rock. And Agent Orange. Love me some Agent Orange. I want to see proof of the little alien blob. I threw it away, though. I did show some people, and they were like, what the fuck is that? That's the most disgusting thing. I was going to take a picture, but, like, I don't want to make you guys sick. You guys already think I'm fucking disgusting, and you're right. Come on, free the alien. Nope, I got rid of it. Gone forever. Threw that shit away. But thank you, Agent Orange. Love you. And Breaking Bat 094, very generous. $50. Peace, love to you, Dusty. Peace, love to you, Breaking Bat. I know it doesn't seem like it, but you are appreciated. And I mean, sometimes I feel unappreciated. Sometimes it's hard. I mean, I definitely think the show should be more popular. But what you got to do? You guys make me feel loved. And it's all about the community, really, to be honest with you. Not just about me. You guys are what make the show so good. You make the community so good. Give people a place to come and hang out and not feel so alone in this world. So I really appreciate all you. And you Breaking Bad, hero shit. Love you. Mitchell Guide and Low, Jesus said, let them eat cake. Yep, we're going to talk about something very similar to that. The Met Gala. Those assholes coming up in the trash world. Going to give them the business. Dusty, there's a charity in every crowd. I know, right? And I ain't catching them when they pass out. Can assure you of that. Old school reference. Obnoxious Atheist. Been around for a while, I could tell. Samuel Levitro, $20. Hey, Dusty. Hey, Samuel. My cat, Lucifer, adorable, had to go over the Rainbow Bridge. Not as adorable. On Monday, he used to watch the show with me and was a total snugglebug. Can you say hell Lucifer for me? Hell Lucifer! I know you gave him the best life you could as long as you could and wouldn't have had it otherwise. So that's all you can do is hold on to those memories. And I appreciate you, Samuel. We're all here for you. And Jason, more socialism from amazing Jason Ashby. Mitchell Guide, girls equal woke now. How do you go mask off when you already mask off? Turn into Red Skull. Yeah, they're not nearly as worried about the child rape as they're about the wokeness. Conservatism 101. Thank you, Mitchell. Maximus, kitty party interlude. Hell yeah, kitty party, kitty party. Oh, they looking at me. They know what that word means. Holy shit, you guys are smarter than I think you are. No kitty party. Fuck you. I'm sorry, Misty. I'm sorry. Got you all riled up. Blake Maximus. Angus Jones, new toes, how to disprove that any miracle was ever performed. I know, right? Weird how all the biblical stuff just stopped happening as soon as cameras were invented. Guys, be nice to each other over there. Jason asked me, 1, 2 more, Jason. Fuck yeah, dude. Cole James. Woo-woo. Love you, Cole. My favorite name in the world. Hello, Mr. Anderson. 20, Mr. Anderson, always. Johnny on the spot with all the socialism. Everybody, big love to Mr. Anderson. And 5 more from Jason Ashby. Superhero socialist, Mr. Anderson, Jason Ashby. Everybody suck their dicks. Me, big BBC. BBC got 5 in there. Hell yeah, another 5 for BBC. That's how you do that shit. My man, BBC. Agent Orange, 25. It's so funny that no one thought killing her dog was somehow a good idea to even put in a book. You can't make up that level of stupid. It's crazy, but that's how psycho these people are. That's the level of sociopathy is really what it is. It's where they think the whole world revolves around them, so they don't have any, like, ability to empathize with other people and really know what other people are thinking. They just have to be all about them. But yeah, it's psycho shit. Not surprising, but it's sort of surprising that none of her handlers stopped her. And a lot of the compassion you show for Palestinians. Hey, we're about to do it again. A little short section here, and thank you for supporting Anita Wood. I wish I could stop doing it, to be honest with you. I wish I'd never had to cover it again because it's really fucking depressing. I wish it would end. I wish America would stop funding it. But it's still going on, folks, so raise your power fist. It's time to free Palestine. Shorter section tonight, but still some important stuff to cover. I'm sorry to show you this, folks, but remember they funneled 1.5 million Palestinians into Rafah. They told them to go south. They told them it was the only place that would be safe as they bombed this shit out of every other square inch of Palestine, to destroy all their houses, their colleges, their mosques, their hospitals, everything, to make sure there's nothing that they have to return to. They said, go south, go to Rafah. It's the only place you'll be safe. And now, yes, they're bombing Rafah. This happened since the last show. Like fish in a barrel. Hamas agreed to the ceasefire. Hamas agreed to release all the hostages. Netanyahu said no. They don't want the hostages back, folks. They want to murder more children. Is this shot a rocket? Where is the rocket going? How is it going to fly? How is it going to fly? He was born on 23rd of October. But they don't care. The point is to kill you. The point is to terrorize you. The point is that if the war ends, Bibi Netanyahu goes to prison. He was already headed to prison for corruption when he allowed October the 7th to happen on purpose so he could start this forever war to keep himself out of jail and push his far-right religious extremism, 100% supported by Joe Biden. This is Rafah, folks. This is what they did. I don't want to show you this. I don't want to show you. But we can't look away. We can't look away from what Joe Biden did. We can't look away from what Netanyahu did. We can't look away from what America is doing right now. Israeli tanks rolling into Rafah. They're trying to make us hate them on purpose, folks. That's their goal. They get off on it. They get off on knowing that no matter how evil they are, here they are running over with a tank, I Love Gaza sign. Specifically filming them running over the I Love Gaza sign in the tank. Because this is what they jack off to at night. Raising the Israeli flag in Rafah as they shell the innocent people who are fish in the barrel. They want us to hate them. They get off on knowing that the more we hate them, the more we'll hate the fact that they own us. And that's what they get off on. That's what, like, rapists. Rape is not about sex. It's about power. It's about dominating. It's about making somebody do something against their will and getting off on the fact that you have this power over them, that you control them, that there's nothing they can do. And the more that they don't want it, the more they hate it, the more they suffer, the more you get off on it as a sadist. And that's what this country's about, folks. They get off on raping us. They get off on killing these people and forcing us to pay for it. They get off on bending Joe Biden over in front of us. and having him give up that old, tired, puckered ass over and over and over again. And knowing that we have to reelect him or we have to have Donald Trump in the White House. They love it. They love it. A country of fucking psychopaths, of sadists. Israel rejected ceasefire so they can keep killing Palestinians. It's exactly what they're doing, folks. They don't want the hostages back. Everybody who says this about the hostages, John Fetterman going to say it over and over again, has nothing to do with it. They could have had every one of the hostages back by now. They're the ones killing the hostages themselves. Because this is what they get off on, folks. They're God's chosen people, and we are slaves to them. We are there to serve them. And the more we hate it, the more they love it. And here's the Israeli MK. A Likud official, Tali Gottlieb. And this is her message for the United States. You might have heard that Joe Biden paused one weapon shipment. He sent, $15 billion of other weapons, everything they wanted, 2,000-pound bombs, everything. But he's trying to pretend now that he's kind of trying to stand up to them a little bit here and there by doing this fake performative bullshit. So he just temporarily postponed one small shipment just to pretend like he's doing something for us. And here's their response, folks. Even though we've given them $200 billion, even though we've given them every weapon that they're using to genocide the Palestinian people, they still had our guts. They'll tell you, folks. The U.S. is threatening not to give us precise missiles. Oh, yeah? Well, I got news for the U.S. We have imprecise missiles, and we have the right to defend ourselves. So maybe instead of using a precise missile and taking out a specific room, or a specific building, I'll use my imprecise missiles. And I'll just collapse 10 buildings. 10 buildings. 10 buildings. That's what I'll do. Yeah, you don't want to send me precision missiles? We'll just murder tons of children. We have the right to defend ourselves. We'll kill anybody we want to kill, motherfuckers. And for one, she's proven that if they want to do precision strikes, they could. But they purposely don't do that. That's why they're killing. That's why 3 out of 4 people, even according to their own people, 3 out of 4 people they've killed in Palestine have been civilians. Because they're not using the precision missiles. They're using the 2,000-pound bombs to kill them all on purpose. But there they are, just saying it outright, folks. You don't give me my way, we'll murder even more children. They hate us. They hate us. And that's why they love raping us, folks. You don't rape people you love. Meanwhile, Fetterman sold out as much as any politician ever has, even somehow more than Joe Biden has. It's almost like they have some kind of, I'm not saying this is true, folks. I'm just saying it's almost like they have some kind of drug that mind controls people. It's so bizarre to see somebody completely sell their country out unapologetically to this fucking degree.
Be credited for being pretty clear in his message. Some of his critics said it was a little late. What did you make of that speech?
I thought it was a great speech, and he's been very supportive about Israel, but I don't agree with him on everything. Yeah. Like, for example,
Joe Biden hasn't been enough of a kiss ass to Israel for John Fetterman. Joe Biden, who has pretty much done everything he can possibly do, covered them in every goddamn way, even that's not enough for Fetterman.
I was public, and I said that I don't think we should be withholding any kind of munitions, and I think we need to send them immediately.
Immediately.
Of course, Israel is in this kind of a war, and
it's not a war.
I have no conditions. I never have, and I can't imagine I
no
ever
conditions.
Will.
I can't imagine I ever will. As long as the money keeps coming, I can't imagine I'd ever have any problem with anything they're doing. Name one thing they're doing. Name 15,000 things they've done wrong.
I think the U.S. support for Israel, he said today it was ironclad, but if they are slow walking these arms sales, how can you say both things?
Yeah, well, like I said, I do think the president has stood with Israel, but yes. We have disagreed on issues like that, and like that for today was very popular today.
Yeah, Joe Biden has let them rape him every chance they wanted to, but he hasn't let them rape him enough. Okay, he needs to bend over a little bit faster, like he's hesitating, half a second hesitation to get raped. And No hesitation. You have to immediately bend over when they tell you to, Joe Biden.
That I said, look, we really need to send them. If there should be any kind of conditions, it should be on Hamas.
Definitely. Well, I mean, we're not sending weapons to Hamas, but we should definitely condition the weapons that we're not sending to Hamas. This is very smart.
Enablers and its benefactors.
Do you support Israel going into Rafah?
Of course.
Well, I follow Israel.
I follow
on that. I mean, they would know that.
I work for Israel. I don't work for the American people. I'm 100% bought and paid for by Israel. So, of course, whatever they want to do, baby, my job is just to lick the nuts and swallow the gravy.
The situation more than I do. And I'm always trying to center this to people where it's like Hamas could, well, they started this, they did this.
They didn't. They actually didn't. The colonizers invaded their land, stole their land, murdered their people, have had the boot on their neck for, 70 years. So they didn't really, but okay.
Kinds of terrible things. And this could end right now if they send all those hostages back home.
They literally agreed to send the hostages home and end it right now. And Netanyahu said no. Netanyahu says, we don't care if you give up all the hostages. It's not going to end right now. So you're literally just lying when we all see with our own eyes that what you're saying is 100% not true.
And they could surrender and all the, but they clearly don't care about all the Palestinian death and chaos.
Yes, this man who's willing to let Israel do whatever they want to do, send every weapon that they want to send to kill Palestinian children, saying other people don't care about the Palestinian lives.
Chaos and damage. In fact, that's the way they designed that. Israel actually cares about minimizing those civilian deaths.
Definitely. Israel admits that 3 out of the 4 people they've killed are civilians. They've killed 15,000 children. They're the ones, folks, who are real concerned. Are you enjoying the pumpkin pie? I'm not shit down your throat, folks. It's pumpkin pie. Believe me. I know it looks like shit. It smells like shit. It's coming from my asshole. But it's pumpkin pie. Who you going to believe? Me or your own mouth? Here he is on Face the Nation saying the same exact shit. He's doing the Israeli apology tour.
Well, like I said, I'll never support any kind of conditions on Israel during this. Oh. And again, I am going to continue to center.
He is not even that lenient on the United States military. I guarantee you there are conditions on the United States military that he has for them getting money, folks. But not his masters, not the people he really works for. A foreign government taking us over.
Responsible for all of that again then. And now, if you're going to protest on these campuses, or what they're going all across America as well too, I really can't forget that the situation right now could end right now if Hamas just surrendered.
They said they would. They said they release every bit of the hostage. They said that they would end everything, and Israel said no. So you're lying.
And they just sent all of those hostages home again.
They literally said they would. They agreed to it already.
And that's also a thing that I've been frustrated too, is now that those hostages should be really in front of the conversations about the situation.
Right, they are. They were right in front of the negotiations that Hamas accepted and agreed to free them all. Why aren't you centering them in the conversation?
Sending them home would really, end again.
It wouldn't though. They literally agreed to it, and Israel said no.
All of this immediately.
This is how they manufacture consent, folks. No pushback from the obvious lies this fucking ogre is telling. You're so right about that, says CBS Face the Nation. So this is why we're so fucking doomed. This is why a foreign government owns us, folks, because the media is 100% complicit in every goddamn way. And speaking of complicit, Representative Mask being asked by a hero from Cold Pink, watch the bloodlust, folks.
Now that Hamas has agreed to a ceasefire, do you think Israel should agree?
I think Israel should go in there and kick the shit out of them. Just absolutely destroy them, their infrastructure, level anything that they touch.
They already did.
Clear enough?
Yes, it is. You're psycho.
For a ceasefire. You used to say Hamas won't agree to a ceasefire.
I'm guessing he also got his balls blown off, and that's why he's overcompensating so much.
Hamas had just agreed. It was a proposal put forward by Egypt, Qatar. CIA Director William Burns has been there negotiating.
You know what? If there's an American hell, or somebody else being held, there should be every expectation that Americans come and kill them as well. If there's an American being held, we should go kill the people that are holding.
So they don't really give a shit if they're freed or not. You can hear what he's saying right now. They've agreed to free them. I don't care. Kill them all. Kill them all. Who cares if they get that American hostage killed? Kill them all anyway.
Why are you so hateful?
It's not hateful.
It is, because
my
people are Palestinian. You're killing my people with our tax dollars. And you saying that everything
should associate themselves with terrorists. They shouldn't vote terrorists in.
Like, literally, this is the man that associates himself with terrorists. This is the guy who gets paid by terrorists. This man is a terrorist. Listen to his words.
Israel is the terrorist.
Martyrs Brigade, Lions Den, Fatah, all those terrorist organizations.
We say to you every single time, majority of people are children. They are the ones that are bearing the brunt.
Just because you say it doesn't make it true, though.
But it is true.
Let me say this very clearly. I literally don't believe a word that you say.
Well,
I only believe Israel.
You are a heartless, soulless, cruel man. And today is Holocaust Remembrance Day
I'll
for
take it as a compliment.
my people, Jewish people. And
They rule us, though, folks. This guy bought and paid for. Here he is doing cosplay in an IDF uniform. He got $602,000 from a pro-Israeli lobby. And we have a sitting member of Congress wearing a foreign government's uniform, advocating everything they want, sending them anything they want to murder children, covering for it, lying for it, gloating about it. Meanwhile, the psychos are out in full force, folks. This man, right in front of the police with brass knuckles, which are illegal in New York, assaulting pro-Palestinian, anti-genocide protesters, screaming in their face, he's a big tough man. I dare you try to save children's lives. Not in America. This is America. We murder brown kids. We don't save them. Cops doing nothing.
No, this America, back the fuck up. You back up. Say something. Say something. Yeah, it's right. It's America. Back the fuck up. You fucking pussy bitch. Go back to Palestine. Go to Palestine.
That's what we're trying to be, piece of shit. That's what we love to do. We love to. We love to. We love to.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. You go around the back door. Like, go, you want to fucking come here, right? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Say something. I swear, say something. You faggot piece of shit.
Homophobe too. We love it. We love it.
Yeah, say something. This is America. This is America. You don't have the right to say anything in America. You don't have no Constitution in America. I'm going to punch you in your fucking face if you try to use your constitutional right of free speech. Okay? Say something. I'm so tough with my brass knuckles. Say something. Faggot. It's America. And he's walking right past the cops who are on their phone because they get paid $200,000 a year to be professional Candy Crush players.
A man is assaulting students. Look at you, a man is assaulting students.
Couldn't give a shit less. Could not care.
I'll sit here and record. What are we paying
Looking at his
for?
pen. Don't give a
Where
fuck.
our taxpayer money going to? Just wondering. You're still fucking standing there. That man's walking down the street. He's strolling down the street. Y'all fucking.
Because they don't work for you. They work for a foreign government. They don't work for us. We have been invaded. We have been taken over. It is game over. It is the United States of Israel now. You need to learn to love your new masters or you will die. And they aren't even trying to hide it. Kill anti-Semitic campus toddlers. Totally normal shit. Everything's bigger in Texas, especially the fucking assholes. Meanwhile, folks in America, if you don't support racism, you're not American. Either you stand with J.P. Staples, that's the Ole Miss college kids who made the ape noises, the monkey noises at the black lady, or you're anti-American. It's that simple. Okay, if it's that simple, then I am anti-American. Easy. Thank you. And yeah, this is as American as it gets right now, folks. Confederate flag over the Israeli flag. Bunch of traitors, bunch of terrorists, yep. That represents America right now about as good as anything I can possibly show you. Meanwhile, protests still going on, not as much as they were, but still going on the college campuses, and pro-genocide, pro-Israel protesters are surrounding the anti-genocide protesters and stealing their food. Yep. They're trying to starve them out exactly like they're doing to the Palestinian people. treating American citizens the exact same way because they own us. Why wouldn't they treat us exactly the same way they treat Palestinians? Meanwhile, even the Dutch are owned by Israel, folks. Here's Dutch police bulldozing pro-Palestinian encampments at University of Amsterdam. Students were injured in the process. Fascism all across the world. This one little bitty speck on the map of Israel owns the world right now. It's the craziest fucking shit. We seem to be powerless against them. But there are heroes among us, people who are not afraid, people who are standing up to this evil, to this fascism. UC San Diego students pushing back. The San Diego Police and Sheriff's Department demanding their release. The people arrested. Look at these dope bitches. These fascists. And they're shouting peaceful protest. So if they go whack people in the head over the chance of peaceful protest, they won't have any excuse. Just illustrating more and more the fascism, the jackbooted thug behavior. Meanwhile, at least we got some amazing video clips from this week. First off, Mehdi Hasan fucking destroying this Israeli spokesman. This is how it's done.
Yeah, I'm listening to the second edition of Mehdi Hasan's monologue that I saw earlier. And it's not surprising that you're parroting Hamas talking points.
So I think all of your viewers saw me quote the spokesperson for the Israeli hostages' families. And the colonel then said, I'm parroting Hamas talking points. He's referring to the hostages' families as Hamas, as parroting Hamas talking points, because I quoted them. I didn't quote Hamas. In fact, tonight, the colonel knows that hundreds of people went to Netanyahu's house and screamed, you have blood on your hands, Israeli protesters. I guess they're all Hamas, right? The Israeli position now is anyone who disagrees with them is Hamas. I'm guessing tomorrow they'll say CIA Director Bill Burns, who was involved in this hostage negotiation deal, he's Hamas too. Everyone's Hamas. And as for deception, I mean, come on. The colonel was a spokesperson for the IDF, which has spent the last 6 months lying. Abby, your network has debunked multiple lies that the Israeli military has told. CNN's Jeremy Diamond, I urge all your viewers to go and watch your colleague Jeremy Diamond's report on 10 kids killed in the Al-Maghazi refugee camp last month. The Israelis said we had nothing to do with it. And yet Jeremy interviewed 3 munitions experts who looked at the evidence and said, yeah, Israel killed those 10 kids.
For a second.
So when we talk about deception, we're learning from the masters here.
Yeah, that's how you do that. Shut that brain fart down. That verbal diarrhea from square-jawed dickhead. And last but not least, hard to believe, folks. I can't believe it myself. The best clip this week comes from Piers Morgan. What? I usually don't play clips that are 5 minutes long, but this one is so satisfying to watch, and it's shocking that it's from Piers Morgan. Let's have a look.
How many civilians do you believe you've killed?
We don't have exact figures, as you know, it's the fog of war.
But you've got exact numbers for Hamas terrorists you've killed. Why wouldn't you know how many civilians you've killed?
Because obviously our focus is to go after the Hamas terrorists. And
hang on, I mean, that does imply that you're putting a bigger premium on killing Hamas terrorists in terms of numbers and accountability than you are on innocent civilians. That can't be right, surely.
Yes,
if you know exactly how many Hamas terrorists you've killed, you must know how many civilians you've killed.
They know.
Otherwise, you're prioritizing the lives of terrorists over innocent people.
Piers, with respect, don't put words into my mouth, please. I didn't say exactly 14,000. I said around 14,000. Whereas Hamas will come out with precise numbers that statisticians will look at.
Give me a ballpark number for civilians.
Well, you can use the ballpark as far as the Hamas figures, which I reject as being false.
Well, if they're false, why would you give me those?
I gave you the numbers that I had.
No, you've told me you know how many Hamas terrorists you've killed, but you don't seem to have any idea how many civilians you've killed. I'm just bemused. Why wouldn't you keep count of both?
I don't have that information to give you, Piers. If I did, I would.
You've literally no idea how many civilians you've been killing.
I can tell you definitively that our aim is to go after Hamas.
No, hang on. I'm sorry to push you on this. That's quite extraordinary. You're an official spokesman for the Israeli government, and you have no idea how many civilians you've killed. I thought you just told me that you were particularly careful about not killing civilians. But if you don't know how many you've killed, how can you say that with any certainty?
Because even if you were to go by a ratio of the Hamas figures, we would still be far ahead of any Western army.
That wasn't my question. You know it wasn't my question.
I don't have the information.
You literally have no idea how many civilians you've killed.
It's not that I don't know. I'm not authorized to give the information. I don't have the information.
That's complete nonsense. Why are you authorized to give me the number of terrorists you've killed, but not the number of civilians? I don't understand.
Blink, 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 blink.
Can you explain?
Piers, we will go after Hamas. We will ensure that we.
You want me to believe you're being incredibly careful about how many civilians you're killing, and you have an amazing exemplary record, but you don't know how many civilians you're killing. So how do I know you've been careful?
Piers, when the dust settles, we will come out with the proper numbers. Hamas runs to the press daily with false.
When the dust settles, a lot of people will have died. And you know how many Hamas you've killed, but you don't know how many civilians you've killed. And I'm just asking you why. Why is it you've kept a record of one, but not the other?
I personally don't have that information to give to you. You can ask me over and over. I'm not going to come up with more information. I don't personally
you don't know?
I don't have that information for you.
But you're an official government spokesman for the Israeli government, and you have no idea.
Piers, I came on here to focus on what's going on with the war.
Well, actually, you came on here to answer my questions, I think.
Yeah, and I don't have an answer for you for that.
And I didn't intend to press you on this point because I assumed that you would not respond the way you have. But I've never had an Israeli spokesman who simply said, I have no idea. Particularly after you boasted about the fact that you've been very smart in the way you've avoided killing civilians. How do you know if you've got no idea how many you've killed?
Because I know the way in which the IDF operates. I know the way in which we go after the terrorists in the best possible way. It's not what I've said. It's what General Petraeus has said. It's what John Spencer from West Point has said.
Oh, John Spencer.
It's what multiple British generals have said.
British. Ooh.
Israel goes out of its way to avoid civilian casualties. That's what we'll do. If you can point to me to another conflict by which they have evacuated, got out of harm's way civilians to the extent that Israel has done, then fine.
Sorry, with respect, Mr. Hyman, how can you possibly expect me to accept any comparisons to any other conflict or war, given that you do not know how many civilians you've killed?
Piers, you understand that I can't prosecute the war over the media.
I'm just asking you for basic information. I'm not trying to trap you, and I'm not trying to unfairly harangue you. I think people are watching this and they'll make their own conclusions. I just find it astonishing that the moment I asked you how many Hamas you killed, you could tell me immediately, and the moment I ask you about civilians, you haven't got a clue, literally. That you're not even prepared to issue a ballpark number. And I think people will find that staggering, particularly given that you are insistent that you're doing everything you can to avoid killing civilians. To which, again, I just simply ask, how do you know? If you don't know how many you're killing, how can you possibly be sure that you are, A, doing better than other people waging war elsewhere, or B, that you have any idea how many you're killing? You don't, clearly.
Damn, I can't even believe that shit. Piers Morgan with the win. Did not have that on my fucking bingo card. But meanwhile, folks, riding with Biden off the goddamn cliff, he gave an awful fucking speech where he basically backed up Israel on their genocide. And this clip went viral. This is the clip. If Joe Biden does not get reelected, this will be the clip that did it, folks. This will be the straw that broke the camel's back. I saw this all over my timeline. Every left-wing person posting this, calling Joe Biden a raging racist, saying that this is why they won't vote for him.
In 2023, on a sacred Jewish holiday, the terrorist group Hamas unleashed the deadliest day of the Jewish people since the Holocaust. Driven by ancient desire to wipe out the Jewish people off the face of the earth.
Driven by ancient desire to wipe out the Jewish people. First off, Hamas is younger than Joe Biden is. Secondly, this is on par with they hate us for our freedoms. Okay? Now, I am not supporting Hamas. I'm not trying to downplay their terrorism, they committed terror. Every innocent person they killed, kidnapped, is horrible. Anybody who had anything to do with it should pay the fucking steepest of penalties. But they didn't do it because of some kind of ancient belief that the Jews should just be wiped out. They did it because Israel is the colonizers who stole their land, murdered their people, put the fucking boot on their neck, caged them in an open-air prison, and oppressed them for 70 years. And as an act of desperation, which I don't agree with, I think itself is evil, committed an act of evil. But Joe Biden once again lying his fucking ass off to cover for this terrorist fucking organization. The crazy part is if Joe Biden loses, and there's a very good chance Joe Biden is going to lose now, people will blame me for it. They'll blame me for it. Dusty, you called him out too much. It's people like you that made sure he didn't win. They won't call him out for it, for his gaslighting, for his lying, for him murdering children. People in my comments are madder at me for calling Joe Biden out than they are at Joe Biden for murdering 15,000 children, for at least being a giant accessory to it, for sending the bombs, for sending the money, for covering for them. Madder at me for talking about it than they are at him. That's what a lot of Democrats have become, folks. They become exactly as evil, if not more, than the MAGA party. And that's why I'm not associated with them anymore. Meanwhile, remember Biden invading Rafah was the red line, folks. Right now, as Israel's attacking over 1 million civilians, Rafah Biden's giving a speech saying commitment to Israel is ironclad. Of course he is. And I know you're going to be shocked, folks, but the Biden administration's report on whether Israel has violated U.S. and international humanitarian laws during the war in Gaza has been indefinitely delayed. Oh, wow, what? Indefinitely delayed? Who could have seen this come? Why? Why would it be? Oh, okay, yep. And he did come out and say, folks, he's trying to pretend like he gives a shit. Biden says he will stop sending bombs and artillery shells to Israel if they launch a major invasion of Rafah, which they already did. You already sent it to them. You already sent them the $20 billion. You already sent them the 2,000 pound bombs. You already went around Congress 10 times, sent them every weapon in our arsenal that they fucking wanted. What are you talking about, you old lying piece of shit? This is simply gaslighting us to try to pretend like he gives a fuck. Even if you did do this, it's too little too late. And that's my Palestinian coverage. And I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. I don't know if E is watching anymore. You guys know E was the biggest financer of this show until I started talking about the Palestinian conflict. And then it went off the rails. I didn't know if he was in jail or if he's still alive. I didn't know where he'd been because I hadn't seen him in a while. He left some posts on my last video, and I'm going to read them to you guys in the after party, and we're going to discuss what he said, because it was really disturbing to me. So if you guys want to hear that, be sure to tune in tonight's after party. But we're going to move on from now. And actually, let's go ahead and do the heroes. There's a few heroes. There's one hero, actually. There's only one hero I'm going to point out. But let's play the hero song just for the fucking fun of it. And once again, on the heroes list is Macklemore. Man, Macklemore really showed what being a hero is all about. Put the music industry on blast, put the entertainment industry on blast. It used to be the music industry would stand up for oppressed people. They'd stand up against the war, and the silence has been fucking deafening. Hell, Hollywood has done everything they can to distract from this issue without talking about it at all. It's wild. And YouTube censoring Macklemore. This is a tool in their arsenal where they put an adult warning on your video where anybody who wants to watch it has to log in. It keeps it from showing up in the algorithm. It keeps it showing up in the search bar, which incredibly lowers the views it gets. Well, that's what they did to Macklemore's new song, Hen Hall. When YouTube age restricts a video, it kills the view count and means it won't come up as a suggested video. It age restrict Macklemore's song on Gaza, Hen Hall. I believe that YouTube wills this tool for censorship. That's exactly what they did. You got to sign in to even watch the video now. Videos that you don't have to sign in to watch, videos that weren't adult contented. The Israeli videos, which they talk about murdering Dua Lipa, Bella Hadid. They talk about genociding the Palestinian people. No adult rating for that. No adult content. You don't have to log in for that. But pro-Palestinian, anti-genocide, censored by YouTube. Because that's what we're dealing with, folks. That's the level of evil we're dealing with. Saving children's lives is not allowed, but murdering them supported all day long. But it don't matter. You've shown what a hero you are, Macklemore. And you deserve all the praise, and he's getting a lot of praise. A lot of people standing up for him. A lot of people giving him his kudos. And this is what being a hero is all about, folks.
You know, it's not lost on me the privilege that it is to be able to perform right now. To be able to go to a concert out in public and not have to be afraid. To go to a concert, period. You know, I get all sorts of comments like, shut up, rap, we don't want to hear you. It's not the artist's way. Just keep performing. No. Art, in its purest form, is resistance. Art, in its purest form, is from the heart, and it connects with people. It brings people together. And the day that I stop following my heart and talking about things in the world that matter is the day that I don't need to be on stage anymore. And today is not that day.
That's how I feel, folks.
I stand up in here in solidarity. I stand up in here for a free Palestine. I stand here today with the message of liberation and freedom and equality for all human beings. Not our differences, our similarities. And I look at what's happening right now in the world and my heart breaks, and I can't help but look at my own kids. Look at my own kids and my own family and think, if I was in Palestine right now, if I was in Gaza right now, if I was in Rafah right now, what would I want the rest of the world to be doing? I would want them to say, free Palestine. Liberation for all. Equality for all. That's always been the message. Don't get it twisted. It has always been the message. It will always be the message. The message is love.
And that's how I feel, folks. Even if you don't give me money anymore, even if I lose 30% of my income, 100%, doesn't fucking matter. I just don't know what I would have done in my past which would have made anybody would think that I was going to support the murder of the Palestinian people, the indiscriminate bombing, the ethnic cleansing. Nothing I've done in the past should have made you ever, for one fucking second, think I would ever be okay with that. I would ever go along with that. Because I won't fucking ever go along. That is the antithesis of everything I've ever fucking stood for. And that's why reading what he said and the support for the Israeli people and the blaming Hamas for everything Israel was doing was so disturbing to me. But I'll talk about that more in the after party. And let's go ahead and move the show along, folks. Already an hour and 45 minutes in. I thought the show would be over already. I'm always lying about it being a short show, but going to do a Beyond Parody Trash World, a combo to finish us off with. So let's do the Beyond Parody Trash World. And starting us off on the Beyond Parody tonight, I'm not for banning shit, folks, but gender reveals, to me, that could get the axe anyway. Never stand in the front row on a gender reveal.
3, 2, 1.
Let me drop these weights. Boom! And this poor lady got smirked. I hope that stuff is not toxic. Good God. Yeah. Yeah, that's stupid. Don't go. Don't go. Do not show up to this dumbass gender reveal bullshit. Let the doctor tell you like normal fucking human. Just not coming off. You're a smurf now. That's your look from now on. Learn to love it. Go join Naboo or whatever the fuck that movie is. Just dumb. Meanwhile, folks, you hear about RFK Jr. getting brain worms. Literally. John F. Kennedy Jr., a worm, literally ate a portion of my brain, he claims. In 2010, Robert Kennedy Jr. was experiencing memory loss and mental fogginess so severe that a friend grew concerned he might have a brain tumor. Mr. Kennedy said he consulted several of the country's top neurologists, many of whom had either treated or spoken to his uncle, Senator Edward M. Kennedy. Before his death the previous year of brain cancer, several doctors noticed a dark spot on the younger Mr. Kennedy's brain scan and concluded that he had a tumor. He said in 2012 deposition reviewed by the New York Times, Mr. Kennedy was immediately scheduled for a procedure at Duke University Medical Center by the same surgeon who had operated on his uncle, he said. While packing for the trip, he said he received a call from a doctor at New York Presbyterian Hospital who had a different opinion. Mr. Kennedy, he believed, had a dead parasite in his head. The doctor believed that the abnormality seen in his scans was caused by a worm that got into my brain and ate a portion of it and then died, Mr. Kennedy said in the deposition. Brainworms! Let's immediately elect this man president. So this is what we got as our choice, folks. We got a guy that's got 92 indictments, wants to fuck his daughter and become a dictator. And then we got the mass child murderer, Israel zombie. And then we got Mr. Brainworms here. You can't make this shit up. I looked it up, though, folks, and apparently he doesn't even know what he's talking about as far as this is concerned. If you get a brainworm, it doesn't actually eat your brain. It lives inside a cyst in your brain until finally your body recognizes that it's there, and then it sends pathogens to attack it, or antibodies to attack it, and kills it, and then you have a spot in your brain, but it doesn't actually eat your brain, so he can't use that as an excuse. And then after it was revealed he has brain worms, he got the best endorsement ever. Kevin Spacey came out to fully back RFK Jr. RFK Jr. just got the worst president endorsement ever. Kevin Spacey gave a full-throated endorsement of the third-party candidate, and RFK Jr. just messaged me and said, "No thanks! Stop trying to help!" I don't know if you guys saw, but there's a new documentary about Kevin Spacey that just came out. I watched the first episode of it, and man, it's even worse than I thought. So they're interviewing many of his sexual assault victims that are telling their stories. And it's not just he said, she said bullshit. This dude is worse than you ever could have possibly fucking imagined. A sexual predator in the worst possible way. Interesting documentary. Part 1 is out if you haven't seen it yet. Check it out. I'm looking forward to watching part 2 of that. Meanwhile, fuck the rich. It's time to eat the rich, y'all. This week, another Met Gala. It's like $300,000 a table. It's where rich people go show off what dickheads they have, how much money they have, and wear their best Hunger Games outfits while genocide takes place. Nobody's speaking out against it. Look at these fucking assholes. Every one of them. Every human at this thing. The worst among us. Yes, this is what's going on. You Hunger Games motherfuckers. Let them eat cake. Why just shove ourselves into these gaudy outfits and pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to show our ass in front of the world? Yeah, this is what the press is covering, folks. This is what's getting all the attention. This is what's dominating social media, and not this. Not the children being murdered in our fucking name. And every one of these people should be called out. Every one of them. Imagine ignoring a whole ass genocide. It's exactly what the fuck they're doing at the Met Gala, folks. Look at these fucking assholes. A celebrity unable to walk in a tight dress at Met Gala gets more coverage than the father carrying his dead child at Rafah. Yep. This is what Americans are focused upon. This is why we're such a trash country. This is why we're failing. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why 40,000 people die every year for lack of health care. Because this is what we're focused on. Because we are a garbage people. Because we are a broken fucking society. Because we're a bunch of goddamn losers. We are ruled by the worst among us. And we love it. Look at this dickhead, Camila Cabello, showing off her $23,000 ice purse. Look at this gaudy ass fuck you. Fuck all of you. And folks, a new All Lives Matter just dropped. This time, worthless Kim Kardashian. Hero Palestinian protesters stood up. They chanted. They tried to get these celebrity bottom feeders to care in any way they could for the dead children being killed in our name. Kim Kardashian looks and says, "Free everybody." 100% an All Lives Matter statement. Okay. 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 Free everybody. Free everybody, y'all. Why are you talking about the Palestinians exclusively? Free everybody. All lives matter, y'all. Why are you talking about Black Lives Matter? All lives matter. Free everybody. God, I wish I could say what the fuck I want to say. We need a revolution in this country. Immediately. Pronto. Today. Fuck anybody who supports Kim Kardashian. Fuck anybody that watches that stupid bullshit. Fuck anybody that doesn't stand up against this evil. And here's the fucking man. Look at these fucking morons. You look so stupid. You all look so fucking stupid. Look at this ugly shit. Fuck Chris Hemsworth. Fuck this motherfucker, whoever the hell he is. You look Bad Bunny. You look goddamn ridiculous. Fuck you. He should have beat you in the head again with that goddamn baseball bat. Fuck you, you asshole. You look stupid as shit. Your goddamn briefcase clock. Fuck you. I don't even know who the fuck you are. I hate you, though. Ridiculous. You're all morons. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Double fuck you. Triple fuck you. I actually like you in real life, but quadruple fuck you. You look stupid. You're all worthless. You all should be ashamed. You're all embarrassments. You're a good actor, but fuck you. No idea. No clue. Fuck you. Fuck all you. 1,000,000 times fuck you, whoever the fuck you are. All of them. Fucking Hunger Games bullshit. Rise up, motherfuckers. Enough of this shit. Meanwhile, Chris Cuomo. I guess he's decided just to become chud as fuck. Not that he wasn't before. But I guess when you have tons of goddamn money, you don't even have to pretend to be a decent person. Here he is coming out in favor of ivermectin and claiming that Joe Rogan was right all along. This is what desperation to get on the Joe Rogan show looks like, folks. Sucking those Rogan nuts.
I'll tell you something else that's going to get you a lot of hits. I am taking a, what do they call it? Like a regular dose. You know, whatever. They're trying to build up of ivermectin.
Okay. Do you have parasites? If you have parasites, that's a great idea. If you do not have parasites, it is completely fucking useless.
Ivermectin was a boogeyman early on in COVID.
It wasn't a boogeyman. It was just a lot of idiots were taking it instead of getting vaccinated, and they were literally on their deathbeds dying. They were choking on their own bile, on their own fucking vomit. They were dying, terrified, because they took ivermectin, because they listened to Joe Rogan, because they listened to idiots like you and to get vaccinated, and they begged, they pleaded, please don't do what I did. Please don't listen to these assholes. Please get vaccinated. As they fucking died brutally, horribly, in goddamn terror.
You couldn't talk about it.
You couldn't talk about it, even though people were talking about it everywhere. Literally the most popular podcast in the world couldn't shut the fuck up about it. You couldn't talk about it, though.
Was wrong.
That was wrong.
We were given bad information about ivermectin.
We were not given bad information about ivermectin. You right now are giving bad information about ivermectin.
The real question is why?
Because they didn't want people to die in their own bowel in terror.
Everyone's going to say Joe Rogan was right. No, Joe Rogan was saying, yeah, he was right.
He wasn't
but
right.
That's not what matters. What matters is the entire clinical community knew that ivermectin couldn't hurt you.
They never said that it could hurt you. It said you should not take it in place of the vaccines and other medications that work because that would hurt you. Why are you lying about what they said, Como?
I knew it, Patrick. I know they knew it. How do I know? Because now I'm doing nothing but talking to these clinicians who at the time were overwhelmed by COVID and they weren't saying anything. Not that they were hiding anything, but it's cheap. It's not owned by anybody, and it's used as an antimicrobial, antiviral, in all of these different ways.
An anti-parasite. That's what it's used for.
Has been for a long time.
For malaria for over almost 20 years.
Yeah. So, and my doctor, who is now my doctor, was using it during COVID on her family and on patients, and it was working for them.
Evidence? Clinical evidence that this worked on them, or did they also get vaccinated? Were they taking other things along with it, and this is just something they threw on fucking top? Why are you lying, Como?
They were wrong.
They weren't wrong.
To play scared on that. Didn't know that at the time. Know it now. Admit it now.
They
reporting
don't.
On it now.
They literally are not admitting it. You were just lying.
Because I think that's the job. The idea that, well, you were a vaccine proponent. Why wouldn't I have been a vaccine proponent?
Exactly, right?
Now there are questions. Oh, no, but I knew at the time. No, you didn't. What you knew was that there were people telling you to be resistant to what the government was telling you to do.
So just complete fucking bullshit. This guy's a humongous piece of shit. Fuck everything about him. And last but not least on the trash world, folks. Meanwhile, at your local McDonald's.
Tonight, we're learning about the attorney who was shot and killed while trying to calm down an angry customer at McDonald's. It happened this weekend at the restaurant off Katy Freeway in Chimney Rock. Tonight, his sister is only talking with us here at ABC 13, and our Brooke Taylor is live outside the McDonald's with their conversation. Brooke?
Police tell me that the shooter was inside of this McDonald's. He was angry with employees, demanding a refund because something was wrong with his order. A witness tried stepping in, the victim there, trying to calm things down. Eventually, detectives say the both of them were outside. There was a heated argument, and that's when the customer went in his car. He grabbed his gun, shot him, and drove off. A flag flown at half-staff outside of the McDonald's where local attorney Jeff Limmer lost his life.
He loved fiercely. He loved his family and his friends. Always laughing, always making jokes, and just loving life.
His sister tells Only 13 she was at her daughter's graduation with her parents when they got the devastating news.
He had gone over there. I guess he goes over there frequently. He lives pretty close by, and
he did.
You know, just went over there to maybe get some work done, and this situation happened where this guy was so displeased with his order that he just threw a fit.
According to detectives, Limmer was at the McDonald's off of I-10 near Chimney Rock Road when he was trying to calm down an angry customer, upset with employees about his order. Limmer is an associate at a local law firm, and his sister says he spent his career trying to help others, so it didn't come as a surprise.
Anyway, this is America, y'all. Bitches be tripping, yo. Yep, I stay out of other people's business. Never know when some crazy person's gonna fucking kill you for no goddamn reason. It's a hell on earth. Can't go anywhere without worried about getting murdered in this fucking country anymore. But let's ban TikTok. And all right, folks, that's my time. I'm going to read the super chats, do a kitty party. If you bail out, please hit the like button. Please tell your friends about the show. Please, share the show on your social media. You guys have lots of power out there. You vote with every like you leave, every comment you leave, every link you share. So please help me spread the show. Please sign up for my Patreon account. I need you guys. I can only continue to do 3 shows a week if it's supported enough to where I can afford to do this. And it's expensive for an animal sanctuary. It's expensive to live. So if you watch a lot of my material, please chip in on the Patreon. There's a link in the description of the video. And all the things, read the description for everything that you need to know about how to support the show if you want to. I'll be back on Friday. Friday. We're back to doing 3 shows a week. Hell yeah, back on schedule. I love it. So thank you, everybody. Read the super chats. Angus Jones, you just keep getting better, Evil Dusty. Your show gives me some hope for humanity. Haven't felt like this since the 70s. Protest and resist these people. Hey, I appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the show, Angus. I feel a lot more on tonight. I give full credit to getting rid of the tumor inside of my ear. That's pretty cool. Jeremiah Hess, holy shit. Fredo Cuomo, I remember you covering COVID and Meet the Victims and how crazy that shit was. Yep. Delete it, belly up. Thank you, Jeremy Hess. And Jason, getting it at the end with 1. Cut them 1. Cut shit. Thank you, Jason. Rich. Biden is insanely horrible, but the Trump alternative is far worse. It could mean the loss of what little democracy we have. We can't make a change without democracy. I mean, yeah, but Biden, it seems like, is trying to lose on purpose. He either is trying to lose on purpose or he doesn't care if he loses. Because the entire nation is telling him exactly what he needs to do to win, and he's basically giving us the middle finger. He's telling everybody to go fuck themselves. He's showing us that his loyalty does not lie with us. It lies with Israel. He knows that Donald Trump could be the end of democracy as we know it. He says that he knows it. He's told us that, but he still doesn't fucking care. So who can do anything about it? Who can control if our president has sold out to a foreign government and doesn't give a shit about us? I certainly can't. I'm certainly not responsible if he doesn't win. I'm just a messenger. I'm just telling you guys. Not enough people watch this show for me to have any kind of real influence, but I guarantee I'll be blamed if he loses. Thank you, Rich. Good to see you tonight. Coach A, woo-woo. I think I read that. Brian C, welcome to us, buddies. Spam the chat with impunity. EO Mansco, please also check out UK rapper Low Key songs Long Live Palestine, part 1, 2, and 3, as well as Palestine Whatever. All right, I'll check that out. Thank you, Mansco, for the recommendation. Mitchell Guide, I hate gender reveals, baby showers were gender neutral. Why are we putting gender expectations on kids who aren't even born yet? Because we're idiots. And thank you, Cole. I didn't read that yet, but thank you. I didn't want to shortchange your $10 super chat, Cole. Appreciate it for your second one. Bob Hawk. Dusty, power, always true, always the same, so predictable, the best. I mean, I try to be consistent. I put a lot of time in the show. I take it very, very, very seriously. I want to put on the best show. I joke saying that I had the best show, but like, I honestly believe I have the best show. I know that's conceited, but I put the fucking work in. I earned this shit. And so, yeah, I have the confidence to fucking believe it, and thank you for supporting it. DSP, go find Heinz Hall on YouTube. Heaps of creators have uploaded, share fucking everywhere. Yep, Dave, I did. I put it on my Twitter. I did share it, but everybody should do it as well. Please make a Free Palestine playlist. Thanks. I don't think I have. I mean, I would have to cut videos out. I don't really have time to cut videos out. That's why I don't do it. Because, like, as soon as this show's over, I'm going to be working on the next show. Do 3 shows a week, as packed as these shows are. For every one article, for every one story that I share with you guys, I read 50 others. So the time it takes to put this show on, I don't have a second to do anything else. So if anybody wants to make clips of my show, I'm like Hassan. Everything I do is public domain. Every show I do, you can clip out. You can make your own clip channels. You can make all the money. You don't have to ask my permission. You don't have to give me anything. Do it. Just fucking do it. I have thousands of hours of material that can be mined for videos if anybody wants to start their own channel and try to build it up. More power to you. At least MAGA doesn't voter shame. I mean, true, voter shaming I love, but it's not very effective. And 5, got them 5 more Cultist memberships from Jason Dash. Appreciate you, Jason. How many SFMs are you unaliving? Cricket, shameful? Yep. As many as they can, BBC, unfortunately. Dave! When you made Piers Morgan look like a hero, you know you fucked up. I know, right? What a bizarro planet we live on. When Piers Morgan makes the heroes list. Love you, doesn't love you, Cable Winnie. Appreciate you. Thank you for supporting the show. That IDS spokesperson looks like a ghoul you'd see in an old movie. Holy, they all look like that. They all look deranged and fucking evil as shit. It's crazy. It's because they are evil as shit. Been a fan since Angel Rape Thursday. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Old school, Scholar King. Thank you for sticking with me, buddy. V, $10. Sorry I'm late. No forgiveness. I passed the fuck out after work today. Here's my tribute to the greatest show on earth and the floating kitties. Take care, Dusty. Free Palestine. All right, forgiven, V. Hope you slept well. Love you, buddy. You wait. Free Palestine. We're trying. Love the compassion you show Palestinians. Anita Wood. I hope we all feel the same. And I think I think I'm caught up. I think I read Agent Oranges already, hopefully. Let's see if anything else popped up. Agent Orange, $2. Thank you, Agent. Right at the end, up on hindsight, got a strike for adult content. It's so stupid. They're doing that on purpose. They're censoring it on purpose, folks. This is what we're up against. I'm so thankful my persistent nagging helped my fam. Comorbidities and all get vaxxed. Yep, hero shit. Now they're alive and still able to be a pain in my ass. Wait, I know, right? But you love them. You did what you could. I appreciate you. Thank you, Anthony. And all right, folks, so that's my show. Appreciate everybody tuning in tonight. You guys are loved and appreciated. I'll be back on Friday for another episode of The Greatest Show. But if you want more, you can have it. Right now, we're going to do another 20 to 30-minute show on Patreon called The After Party. Don't miss it. A lot of good stuff coming. But for now, let's do a little kitty party. The cats know what's up. And let me load up a song here. Let's see. Let's play. We'll play the River, an original tune by Dusty Smith. Also, a little show note. I started slacking on my SoundCloud. Usually, all these shows are available in audio format on SoundCloud. But the last 6 months, I started slacking and quit putting them on there. Well, I hired my sister. My sister needed some. She needed a little hand up. Sometimes people need a little help. So I gave her a job to add all the last 6 months of show to my SoundCloud. So it'll be available on Apple, iTunes, on Spotify, all over where podcasts are. So gonna start putting it back in podcast formats on all the podcast places. If you're into that, go look out for that. Folks, I'll see you on Friday. Tonight's after party we have Pretty Boy, Misty, Baby Yoda. Oh, Baby Yoda over here. Baby Yoda usually too lazy to move over here. And Half Stash. What up, Half Stash? All the rest of the assholes just looking at me. Oh, here's Miss Precious. Little Miss Precious. I touched her. I ruined it. Oh, well. Folks, I love the shit out of you. I'll see you soon. You guys have a good Thursday out there. And as always, till next time, Logic. Fuck yes. Good night, y'all. Turn my air conditioner on. Getting hot as a button here. Butt hot. Man, this song sounds so good now that I can actually hear it. Relax, biddies. Switch over now.